Welcome everyone to Cacao Consciousness. So happy to have you here again today. And today we have a beautiful guest, Lisa Kelly, who is certified under Mike Dooley and Gabby Bernstein, and she's an inner transformation coach. One of the favorite things that I love about how she explains her beautiful passion is to help others to say yes to a bigger life. I love that. We're going to talk a little bit about that. And before we do that, we're going to have some cacao together, Lisa and I, and all of you on this beautiful call. We're just going to take a few minutes to enjoy cacao before we share a beautiful insight all together. This beautiful recording will be just a few minutes, maybe 5 or 10 minutes, and such a great way to come together. So let's start with our gorgeous cacao. Lisa, I see that you have a cacao drink. Versus I have the tea. And so you've made yours from a powder today, from the cacao powder. Beautiful.
Yeah, your powder, love it.
Oh, thank you.
I always take just like a heaping teaspoon, almost 2 teaspoons, and then put in, as you've taught, not boiling water, but you know, hot to warm. And then I use my bamboo whisk, and I love it with just powdered cinnamon on top every morning.
It's gorgeous.
Every morning.
I just love that you have adopted this beautiful sacred ritual yourself for so long now, and especially during COVID right now, how important that's been to help you to, you know, connect to this beautiful consciousness in the morning, get you in a real place of grounding and understanding why all of this is happening and how it's happening for us.
I can't say enough about it. Like, I really do look forward to my morning cacao as part of a series of things that I do in my morning ritual.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I love that, Lisa. And so Lisa's made her cacao with powder. You can make it with powder and paste as well, or just with cacao paste, or like I have today. Today I have the cacao tea. So I took the shells from the seeds and I've just infused them in a little French press. You can use one of those tea balls. And there we go. And I just have my own little cacao tea, which is just as beautiful. It's a little bit lighter than the actual paste or the powder, but it's also a beautiful way to connect to this incredible consciousness when you bring intention to it. So I'm happy that we have the 2 different drinks together. This is so great. So why don't we take a minute and just, before we have this beautiful, enlightening conversation together, I know you have a gorgeous quote or 2 that you want to share with us. Let's take a minute to just connect to this consciousness, this beautiful gift that's been given to us literally by the gods and the goddesses, which is their food, theobroma, this beautiful gift of connecting to a higher consciousness so that we can start to see and understand the higher meaning while we're all here. Let's take about 15 seconds to just connect with that intention of connecting with the consciousness. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, let us drink and enjoy. This is one of my favorite parts of the ritual, is actually sitting silently and mindfully for a few minutes, which used to be so foreign to me, you know, silence in between words, in between sentences. I've always felt growing up that the silence was awkward and I had to fill it in. And this is just, there's so much beauty in the space.
It's true.
In the words.
Yeah.
And that's what happens, especially when we connect to plant medicine, right? Honoring that beautiful space. So, Lisa, tell us. I know you have a beautiful quote that you'd like to share with us, but share with us a little bit about, all this amazing work that you do. You help people to really get clear on the vision, because that's where everything starts in terms of manifesting. So, talk to us a little bit about all of that and what you do.
My passion is for myself and for the people that I work with and the people that I want to support is just allowing ourselves to tap into our imagination and dream like just beyond our wildest dreams, not putting any limits on ourselves, and not like just allowing ourselves to think way outside of the box, like the sky's the limit, and to not dwell or start to let the mind be like, oh, how could I ever do that? Or, all the limiting perceptions come in, because I call them perceived limits. And to try and shift and reframe the focus to our potential, and making that dream that starts out as a possibility into a probability, and then eventually an inevitability with, there's work that, and it's not really work, it's all fun as far as I'm concerned. But there are some, things that we need to do for ourselves to get us from that little seed of intention to, it's like planting the roots, or planting seeds, letting the roots grow. You don't see anything happening straight away. It's all under the earth. But, eventually the seedling and, the plant flourishes. And I think it's the challenge for a lot of us is that when the seed's still under the ground and you can't see the behind the scenes, what's going on. And some people might give up, or start to think, oh, well, I guess it's not meant for me, probably wasn't meant to be, that sort of thing. So sort of like staying the course and trusting and co-creating with the universe, letting the universe meet you halfway. You're doing your part, and the thing about trying to figure out the hows, or the cursed hows, as Mike Dooley calls them, is you're limiting your own opportunities, your own synchronicities, coincidences, serendipities, when you're trying to micromanage every little. Just stay open to how that thing might come into your world. And the other great thing is, it's not even really about the end result, it's who we become in the process anyways.
Exactly. That's the whole point of the journey, right? That's the whole point of Earth School. I just love that, the cursed house. And I love that, it's just getting clear on the vision. And then that's really just our job. And the rest, that co-creating with the universe, which is the topic of today's beautiful Cacao Consciousness, is then allowing those pieces of the puzzles to just fall. And trusting.
Knowing that if the idea is there, if the dream is there, I like to think that we're actually intuiting the dream, because everybody's unique. Everyone has their own vision. And I almost feel like it's the universe has given you that dream for a reason. So you're almost intuiting what is meant to be for yourself. So just get out of your own way and allow it to sort of unfold.
Oh my God, so beautiful. And you have a quote to share with us?
Yes. I can't give the credit where credit's due. I don't know if I just pulled it out, if it's an official quote, because I just Googled it and I couldn't find it. Or maybe I put it together from something I was reading. But I wrote, life doesn't give you what you ask for. It gives you the people, places, and situations that will help you develop what you've asked for. So that's kind of in line with what I was already talking about.
Co-creating with the universe. So beautiful. That's such a beautiful quote for that.
Yes. And then one of my favorite books, well, I have a lot of favorite books, but this is a classic, Wallace Wattles, The Science of Getting Rich. And I thought that what I had just read tied in really well with how important taking action is. And this little paragraph kind of sums it up. It says, you cannot foresee the results of even the most trivial act. You do not know the workings of all the forces that have been set moving in your behalf. Much may be depending on your doing some simple act. It may be the very thing which is to open the door of opportunity to great possibilities. You can never know all the combinations which supreme power is making for you in the world of things and of human affairs. Your neglect or failure to do some small thing may cause a long delay in getting what you want. So I guess he's saying he cannot stress the importance of taking action. And even if it's just a small action, like every day, with faith. I think the faith and the trust is so important, and you want your energy to be behind it, but then just letting it go after that, like not staying attached. So I don't know, those two passages called to me, and I felt like sharing those today because they were resonating. Like, just never give up. And again, you don't have to be doing huge things. Just keep showing up.
Yes, because the next thing will show up, right? Just move forward. It's like, actually, oh my goodness, I just was reminded of Mike Dooley, his beautiful analogy of the GPS, and how he talks about, like whether it's you're on your phone or in the car, if you don't put an address, the car doesn't tell you where to go, or the GPS doesn't go. But the moment you have an address, it'll tell you turn left at the next street. But if you accidentally turn right, it's not the end of the world. You just get a different vision. You just get a different journey, and you learn and you see different things, but you will always come back to the final result. It'll take you back. And so
that's right. And you have to keep your foot on the gas. I mean, if you're just sitting in the car with the GPS on and with the address entered into the GPS, but you're not moving forward, the GPS is not going to tell you what the next street is.
It's silent.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
So important. Just one little step. Like the moment you turn on the car and just move a little bit, it says turn left at the next street. It's so great. And so that's such a beautiful analogy. I love that so much. And all of this reminds me so much of the be, do, and have, right? Back in the day, we used to think we had to have it first, and then we would become happy. You know, once I have this, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
But it's all about being first, which includes the vision, right? The clarity of what is it that like fills your heart, that's going to feed your heart, that just like beautiful desires. Become that, then you do take that action, and then you have. It's so beautiful.
And it's about, like you said, if and when I get that thing, then I'll be happy. Well, yeah, we have to flip that. It's real so important to just be happy with how things are now, because in that happiness, you're already at a different energy, vibrational frequency, which good things continue to come into your world and keep you happy. So sometimes it's not even really about that end results anymore. You don't care about it as much. It's just great things start happening, and that's the other bonus about this work, is that normally whatever it was that you were hoping to achieve, it comes to you in ways that you would never imagine, and lots of times way bigger and better and different and than you could have ever imagined. So that's the best part.
That's so beautiful. And that brings me back to cacao, and how cacao can really help us to stay in that higher awareness, so we can make decisions that are based on a higher awareness, the higher consciousness, that we can move forward in our life and become this higher consciousness and this greater awareness. The be, the do, and the have, right? We identify our vision. How can we possibly be this future person when we don't have it yet? Well, it's possible. It's a matter of feeling as though, pretending that we are already there. And part of that that supports us is the cacao, and helping us get to this place where we can see and feel beyond the current state of where we're at. And so I want to thank you so much for being here today. How can everybody follow you? Tell us all of your information.
Hey, I'm on Instagram often. That's kind of my favorite platform. It's lisakelly.life. Kelly is spelled Kelly. And then my business website is, again, lisakelly.life. The business is called Life Unlimited. And those are the two main places. I am on Facebook, but I'm usually doing the Instagram to Facebook. So
yes. Oh, thank you so
thank
much.
Thank you so much for having me. It's always a pleasure.
Oh,
I love we can always, whenever we get together, we can always talk forever about this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so grateful for you. I'm so grateful we met just years ago, randomly, serendipitously. The universe dropped both of us in each other's lap.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful. And I want to wish you a fabulous weekend. And until the next time,
Thanks,
love
Judy.
you tons. Bye, honey.
Bye.